Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the IWN YouTube channel. This is your AAAEnFox, episode 23, 2026, watch party and results. Before we tune in to AAA episode 23, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn on bell for notifications, share the stream, spread the word. Make sure everybody knows that I'm live for this show tonight, because I will be doing some commentary and live reaction. And then I'm going to go on a full break when AAA goes out the air and come back and go over my overall thoughts and grade. And we might have a little bit of WWE news to go over too. And then we'll set the record straight to on the card for next week's AAA and how it needs to be booked and delivered. Well, thank y'all for tuning in. We're going to go ahead and get AA pulled up here. It's already done started. It's already 10:08 p.m. here, Eastern time. So it aired at 10 o'clock. Let me go ahead and get my earbuds plugged in first before I even do that, because I don't want this thing to be loud. I don't want to get no copyright. If you guys missed my SmackDown watch party and results, I got all the timestamps in the description. I went over what Juneteenth is, went over my overall thoughts and grade on SmackDown. SmackDown last night was one of the worst SmackDown all year. I'm not joking. They failed. WWE failed 4 objectives last night. It was a terrible show, in my opinion, anyway. Meanwhile, Monday Night Raw and NXT were solid B shows this week, and Evolve was a solid little B minus. And from looking at the card for tonight's AAA, it's definitely going to be a solid B plus show. There's going to be the 2 best things of the entire show that I mentioned on Twitter X are El Grande Americano's return and the AAA Cruiserweight triple threat match, which I think is definitely going to steal the show. That is definitely going to be a banger of a match. Why would anybody not think that that's a banger of a threat match for that title? You must have something really wrong with you to think that match is not going to steal the show. You must be on something if y'all really think that this match is not going to be best match of the night. Because clearly it is. Now, Let's go ahead and find out what kicked off AAA episode 23 tonight. Got Corey Graves and JBL on commentary. How's everybody doing tonight, man? Can y'all see me? We got the AAA Latin American champion, Vikingo, and Omos in the ring. Let's go ahead and skip it right onto the match so we don't get behind like we kind of already are. Oh, I'm already on. All right, so we got Wagner Jr. and Vikingo in the ring to start off this tag match. Mini Vikingo and Wagner Jr. versus Vikingo and Omos. Pink boot to Vikingo by Wagner Jr. The fans are in the arena as always. We got Wagner. Splash in the corner to Vikingo. Drop kick to the back of Vikingo. For the 1-2, Vikingo kicks out. I think Ray is doing a great job as GM. I really do. And the Undertaker is doing a hell of a good job booking these AAA shows. I mean, his booking has been spot on great. There's no better booker than the Undertaker. I don't care what anybody says. I said what I said. Sunset flip from the outside. He had his foot on the middle rope. The referee saw it when he was rolling up Wagner Jr. for the 1-2. He thought he was going to get away with that one. Nope. Not today. Not tonight. Hold on a second, y'all. So I'm watching this tag team match that started off AAA episode 23. Like as soon as it aired. Submission hold applied by Vikingo. Oh, oh, another one. Another boot to Wagner Jr.'s face by Vikingo. Launched to the skies with a power slam. Listen to the crowd tonight, man. The crowd is. That's what they doing. So we got mini Vikingo and the other Vikingo. Oh, Pele style kick. Vikingo stopped mini Vikingo in his tracks. Oh man, Omos. Darn it. Darn it, Omos. They got mini Vikingo laying in the corner. He said investigation needs to go on the general manager. Oh Lord. Oh, he got tossed. Mini Vikingo got tossed by Omos, man. Is he gonna get tossed again? Oh, a huge chop on Mini Vikingo by Omos. I think Mini Vikingo is gonna have to tag in Wagner Jr. Yeah, Mini Vikingo definitely regret this decision by accepting the matchup. Oh no. Mini Vikingo needs to tag Wagner Jr. in, man. He's in trouble right now. Oh, that damn stream keeps loading this shit. Bam. Big clothesline. Oh, Jeff Valley driver. Mini Vikingo kicks out. Tuh. Corey talking about some John. It's a time for Dorian to start feeling concerned for his guys right there. Mini Vikingo and Omos. Omos imposing his will here. Uh-oh. Ooh. Meteor to the corner to Wagner. Mini Vikingo. And rocks him. Omos to send Wagner sends his head into the steps. Mini Vikingo with the crucifix driver. Oh. Mini Vikingo with a crucifix driver. Oh, get out that ring, bro. Get out the ring. Get out the ring. Get out the ring. Look behind you. Get out the ring. Damn, man, he should have been turning around. Of course, all Omos does is whatever the hell he wants. Yeah, I don't think Omos is finished yet, man. Oh, there's Carlino, the younger brother of Wagner. Darn. Wagner Jr.'s brother should have turned around. If he would have turned around quick, he would have got Omos. Man, get Dominic off my TV screen. Talking about so there's only one man holding this AAA Mega Championship. Only one man is heading to AAA. That's the main event. And only one man will be remembered forever. Yeah, whatever. Sure you will. We got a triple threat match coming up next. Don't forget the timestamps will be in the description when the stream gets processed. Usually doesn't take me long to put them in the description. Lucha Libre. It's me, Mario. Excelente. Estamos todos felices. Is that Psycho Clown? Yeah. He said we haven't heard from you after the not grand commentary says Psycho Clown. Darn, they didn't even get to show the full video. I don't even think he got the finish. It went by so fast. Hey, I dig that. I dig that music though. I remember that low blow that Laredo Kid gave Rey Fénix. That was just uncalled for. I dig that music though. Here we go. The AAA Lucha Libre Cruiserweight triple threat match. We got Laredo Kid, Lince Dorado, and Rey Fénix in the ring right now. This is gonna be a banger. Oh, here we go. Querido. Tranquilo. Little. Oh. Look at that. What an arm drag. Cover. And he kicks out. He likes to be in toxicals. Boy, get your ass off TV. Talking about he liked to be in loose toxicals. What, you want to join? You want to join the team, the faction that look like the Team Rocket? Is that what you want to do? You want to join the faction that look like Team Rocket, Jesse and James and Meow? Yeah, bro. Jeez Louise, man. Laredo. Where's Laredo, man? No, I'm just playing. Laredo got pinned, but he kicked out. Dude, the Hispanic fans sound better than the U.S. fans. I'm not even going to lie. Hell, they even sound better than the UK fans. Why somebody in the live chat be like, stop lying to yourself, bro? No, I'm not lying. I'm speaking the truth. Oh, moonsault from Laredo. From Laredo Kid. Laredo. You imagine if we had Apollo Crews on AAA? Laredo Kid and Lince Dorado going at it. I'll pull my earbuds, man. That's why I don't be wearing them wired earbuds because I be pulling every time. Hold on, down. I don't like when they be pulling like that, man. Dorado, look at the steel cruiserweight go. A slap to Lince Dorado. Got him leaning on the second rope. Hey, oh. Hey, oh. Uh-oh. Boom. Clothesline by Lince Dorado. Spinning kick. Or should I say spinning leg drop, maybe? Scratch and a backstabber. Oh. Moonsault from the bottom rope. Uh-oh. Moonsault from the middle rope. Oh, you better watch out. Rey Fénix is getting back in the ring. Oh, Laredo Kid had his legs up. Uh-oh. Fenix. Double stomp. And I know the crowd heard that sound, but that chop by Laredo Kid to Rey Fénix. Yeah, you Rey Fénix. How do you combat that, man? How do you combat that? Oh, Gary on the corner. There goes Rey. Damn. Oh, Rey Fénix turning the tide of this triple threat match. He's talking about some Rey Fénix amigo. Oh. And Laredo Kid kicks out at 2. Rey Fénix had him put away till he kicked out. See, this is where the title should be defended on, not SmackDown. If they wanted to do Rey Fénix versus Alzium, they should have booked it for this week's AAA instead of booking it for SmackDown. But except this is a triple threat match. Alzium ain't in this. It's Lince Dorado, Laredo Kid, of course, the AAA Cruiserweight champion, Rey Fénix. Ooh. Uh-oh. Handspring barely got Rey Fénix, but he got Laredo Kid. And Laredo Kid breaks up the pin just in time. Lince Dorado was this close to becoming the AAA Cruiserweight champion. He was that close. This close. He was that close right here. He was that close. That close. That close. The Destroyer DDT. to both Lince Dorado and Rey Fénix, and they both kick out. And the Laredo Kid looks frustrated after that. Oh, a slap to Rey Fénix in the corner again. It almost puts Rey Fénix down. Uh-oh. Boom. Lince Dorado. Wow. That what he did was incredible. So back to the outside to Laredo Kid. All right, Lince Dorado. Hurricane Rana from the top rope to Rey Fénix. Oh, Laredo Kid. Damn. Since Lince Dorado hitting the announce table. Laredo Kid too busy showing off, and he wasn't even paying attention to Rey Fénix. Rey Fénix gonna have his knees up. Told you. Laredo Kid was too busy showboating on the top rope. He should have been diving on Rey Fénix at that moment. Lince Dorado laying out of the ring. Rey Fénix pins Laredo Kid to retain the AAA Cruiserweight Championship. Wow, what a fucking banger of a fucking match. I told y'all this shit was going to be a banger. Lince Dorado. Told y'all this was going to be a banger. The Mexican Muscle Buster for the 1, 2, 3. The ring for Rey Fénix just started. What is that? That's some sort of new mask for a Grande Americano. El Grande Americano! Americano! It's coming on next. Americano. Americano returning to Lucha Libre. Yeah, man, I can't wait to see what he has to say. What is his response to Dominique after what Dominique said? I'll be right back, y'all. Oh, my damn foot. My leg. Oh. Hey, it's frozen. What's going on? Get back to the screen. Come on, man. What are you doing? Oh, there you go. Finally. I was like, what are we doing, man? What's going on? Oh, my goodness. Main event time. El Grande Americano. I'm just in time for that. We caught up with the show earlier. First, I want to personally thank Rey Fénix. Rey Fénix is a competitor who wants to defend the title on all brands. We are actually negotiating with the GMs of Raw, SmackDown, and NXT to make this possible. Does this mean we'll see more collaboration between AAA, SmackDown, NXT, and Raw? Of course, we are in active negotiations, but we have a big announcement about an NXT title defense in AAA. No fucking way. No fucking way. They got Lola Vice defending her NXT Women's Championship against the Hydra. So that's why Rey Fénix has been defending the AAA Cruiserweight Championship on SmackDown to Alzium. But why are they doing that? That's what I want to know. Can somebody in the live chat elaborate to me on why they're doing this? The hell? So we got Lola Vice versus the Hydra for next week. I definitely got to get that money up so I can get my there and Netflix subscription back rolling. He said, really want to get more in trouble? We are very close to bringing a former WWE World Champion who has never wrestled here in the AAA. He's honestly very excited. And the deal hasn't been sealed yet. But I promise you more info next week. I wonder who that world heavyweight or who that world champion could be. I wonder who that world champion could be that's coming to AAA that's never wrestled in AAA before. Comment your predictions, chat, on who you think the former world champion is that's going to be appearing in AAA that hasn't wrestled in AAA before. That's probably going to make their debut. We got two new talents that's going to be appearing on Evolve Session 3. We'll be live for that. We'll be live for that next Wednesday night. Uh-oh. Here comes El Grande Americano! Americano! There he is. Dressed in a suit, as usual. There he is. With the one and only Grande Americano. I'm still curious as to who that former world champion will be in AAA that's never wrestled in that brand before. That's got me curious, questioning who it could be. Could Rey Fénix be referring to CM Punk? I wonder. I really wonder. Everything Americano has given in the ring, man. This is truly not only magical, but a thing of excellence and awesomeness. Man, what a presentation we got here, man. What an entrance. There he is, shaking the hands of the Hispanic commentary team. You know, the Hispanic AAA commentary team. And he's still shaking the fans of the hands. He's trying to get all of them. He know he over in AAA. That's how excited he is. Grande Americano. I like when that man announces his name, his ring name. He'd be like, Grande Americano. Looks like my prediction came true about this show tonight. I was right. Once again. All right. So I'm going to go over what he's going to say on the mic here. Go over what he's getting ready to say. Whenever he talks, he still got the mic in hand. He hasn't said nothing yet. He says, ladies and gentlemen, badasses and badasses. What's up, Marita? Edita. Whoa, how exciting. Exciting. He says, exciting at night. That's what El Grande Americano says. He says, a night of Los Grandes. We did it. Together, the short. He says on the mic, together we demonstrated the force and the most of, importantly, the power and the pride of Mexican culture, he says in Spanish. My people, I didn't do it. Then Grande says, alone, I had help from my people. For an example, my friend, Eyes of A, but he always believed with his eyes, I think. He says, no, he always believed with his heart. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, he says. Oh, he says the the legend, Pimpinela. Pimpinela. Funny name, but that's his actual ring name. I don't know if that's a he or her. I don't even know. He said, mi amor, Andrea. He says, things got difficult. You never forgot to think about me. You were. He said, we're always by my side. And trust me, my love, he says, we'll always find a way. He says to Andrea that he loves her. On the mic. He says on the mic. And he thinks the AAA crowd, AAA audience in the crowd. He said to he says, you looked me up when I was down and you were by my side always. That's right. That's something that I will never forget. Much, and that's why how that this victory is all yours, and for my people in Mexico. He says. He says, but now what? He says. He says, now what's next? That AAA Mega Championship is need to be what's next because Dominique's title reign is AAA Mega Champion. It's terrible, man. He needs to beat Dominique to take that title off him. He totally earned it after that freaking match versus match. He said he won the match versus match. He said he wants the biggest accomplishment here in AAA. I told you. Oh, man. He said, I want to win the Mega AAA Championship. And you know what this means? What the hell is Carmen doing out here? What the fuck? What the? That's Daga. Is that Bronco Nima? Daga and Bronco Nima? What the hell? Bronco Nemo from NXT. That's Bronco Nemo, Dolga, Humberto, and Angel Garza. I told you, send Humberto and Angel Garza to AAA. What did I fucking say last month? What did I fucking say last month and this month? What did I tell y'all they need to do with Angel Garza and Humberto? What did I tell y'all they needed to do? Whoa. This just turned AAA completely upside down. Dolga, Angel Garza, Humberto Carrillo, and Carmen from NXT? Not to mention Bronco Nemo from NXT too. They just revealed the shirts. Oh man. Petrovich with the exclamation point. Los Perros Del Mal? That's the faction name? Los Panos Del Mal? Los Panos Del Mal. That's the faction name. That's the faction that Rocco Enigma, Carmen Petrovich, Angel Garza, Humberto Carrillo, and Doggo was in. Doggo. You know, Doggo was the one that Tesla used to be married to, the one that Tesla used to date. He's from I think he's from Lucha Underground. He's from the Mexico wrestling promotions. You know, he wrestled in indies too. That's crazy. Wow. So this is El Grande Americano's next feud. Where in the world are they going with this? Holy cow, dude. What did I tell you? This is an example. This is an example of how good of a booker The Undertaker really is. You just saw the example right there. Wow. What a fucking show today. Dude, I got no words after seeing the debut of the Los Perros del Mal faction. Carmen OTM, Dolga, and Los Lotharios forming a group. Carmen Petrovich, Bronco Enigma, Luz Garza, and Dolga. Dolga, this is his official AA debut. Dolga. Oh boy, I wonder what Tessa Blanchard's reaction is going to be to that. I mean, they used to date. They don't date no more. She ain't with Dolga no more. They dated and they were married and then they got divorced. Wow. AAA just changed real quick tonight. They just turned this show. They just made the show even better. Now that right there is how you turn things around. If Monday Night Raw and SmackDown's not doing that, like AAA, dude, we got a serious problem. We got a serious issue, man. They're not doing that. This is how you debut a faction. We're seeing all the other factions that the main roster fumbled and wasted. And you know exactly what factions I'm talking about, folks. In the WWE. I don't even have to name drop them, and I already know. One of them was recently released from the fucking company. I thought they were one of the more solid, dangerous factions in WWE. You know, the one that had Bo Dallas, Joe Gacy, and Dexter Lumis. Yeah, I just gave you a hint. Anyway, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. When I come back, I'll go over my overall thoughts and grade. And if I have some news, if I have some WWE news for y'all tonight, if there's some important WWE news, I'm going to go over it and go over my thoughts on it. It's going to take, it might take me a while, it might not. Depends. Because it was only, there was only 3 things for AAA. But then we got that video package thing from Dominique. But I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks. Make sure you share the stream. Let everybody know that soon I'll be back to go over what went down on the show and my thoughts on it. Y'all, I need about at least 4 or 5 more minutes. This darn phone. I'm almost ready for what I have to say about this show. And then we'll go over some WWE news. So just hang on tight. Oh, I apologize, man. This phone was driving me crazy. I was about to throw it out the window. I'm sitting up here trying to put my notes in so I can give y'all my overall thoughts and grade and everything else. But I'm back. I got at least 1 or 2 minutes, then I'm gonna go ahead and get started here, and then end the stream and go ahead and put the time steps in there for y'all to listen to what I have to say. I put the time steps in there for a reason because when I go on full break, it usually takes long. So y'all can just skip the full break and listen to what I have to say. You don't even have to wait long. I know I had some people in here already. I know, man. I know y'all was waiting on me. I know. I do apologize, but it takes me a while usually because I have to put my notes in, and it's a lot of notes to put in. So it's a lot of notes to put in. I put in some notes, for the WWE news as well. My overall thoughts on all that. But we got a lot to go over, man. I'm talking about in terms of WWE news. I mean, it's not much, but I consider it a lot. Mason Holiday did a video on Instagram. I saw it. Wow. I mean, she did an amazing job in the video. I mean, she didn't say nothing bad. She explained why she left. We'll go over that. I think the real reason why she left is because she was treated like absolute shit on Evolve. That's what I think. And they didn't use her to her full potential. What do you guys think about Mason Holiday's release? Do you think? Do you agree with me? Do y'all think she was treated like shit too, or do y'all think differently? Here in a minute, we're gonna go over the news on the identity behind the new WWE trademark and the title match that was announced for SmackDown in London. So that's the news I got. That's pretty much. And then we might go over the news on the new plans for Thea Hall because Thea Hall has been booked losing like shit. Like you know what? I think it's time for Thea Hall to get a proper push. Something. I mean, she's this close to being ready for the main roster. Honestly. Remember on my NXT watch along, I said they wasted and buried Jada Parker, Layla Diggs, and Thea Hall on NXT Tuesday night. That tells you right there that not only Evolve needs to book their women better, NXT needs to, despite the fact that NXT has the best women's division, they need to book their women better as well. Yeah. We're going to go over the card for AAA on Fox episode 24 as well. There's only one match that's been announced so far. And what other matches they could add to the show. Now, me guessing. So, but AA did a great fucking job with their show. This was easily one of the best shows that I've watched in recent memory. Let's go over my overall thoughts and grade on AA on Fox episode 23 because I'm ready now, man. I'm ready to tell y'all what I have to say. Because this was some good fucking shit. This was some good stuff. This was a good low A- show. A massive bounce back from last week. It was a good fucking show, man. And El Grande Americano arrived with the luchador duck. He had the silver mask on. The huge ovation. The whole thing felt big. We opened with the tag team match. This wasn't the best match of the entire show, but it was a solid B match for what it was. Talk about the best match of the entire night, the AAA Cruiserweight Championship. We'll go over that here in a few minutes. Now, about this tag team match, folks. The opener was Wagner, Mini Vikingo versus El Hijo del Vikingo, and Omos with Dorian at ringside. Honestly, bro, this Vikingo blood feud is still nuclear. It really is. No shit. But before all that, we had Americano arriving. You know, he worked every kid in the front row. He got in the ring and cut that passion. You can tell the fans are really getting him over, which is a great thing to see. But yeah, he got in the ring, cut that passion, heart, and pride promo, said he and the fans won together. And Noche de Los Grandes thanked Pimpy, thanked his girlfriend. The whole building was with him. Now back to this tag match. We had a mass ripping sunset flip from the corner, pop up shoulder slam, and then we had a tornado crossbody. Omos tossing Mini around like a toy because he's literally 4 times his size. Yeah, I witnessed that. I was like, wow. He tossed Mini Vikingo like he was almost like he was trash. Literally. Rawlin getting his cheap shot in on the floor. Forgot to take this down. Ref bump to hold Wagner back. Classic AAA chaos right there. Solid B match. It set the tone right. It did. It put Omos in a better match because that squash match last week just wasn't nothing for him. It just wasn't. I'm gonna be honest. One of the more boring things, one of the more uninteresting things on last week's AAA, them squash matches. Never a fan of squash matches, man. I'm really not. But it gets people over and builds them up at least. But just nothing interesting about it. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's not a fan of those. Of all that stuff. Somebody that needs to drop that AAA Mega Championship, Dominic Mysterio, the current AAA Mega Champion, came out and proclaimed that he is still the king of the luchadors. Yeah, right. You mean because you were out for 90 days as champion? Give me a break. You were out with injury as champion, dude. Only to come back and the title reign still be fucking boring. Remember, I made a statement on SmackDown and said Liv Morgan's WWE World title reign is boring, as well as Dominic Mysterio's AAA Mega Championship title reign. I mean that in a serious way. Those titles need to come off of both of them, man. Judgment Day shit is going nowhere. It's time for the Judgment Day to break up. I don't know why they haven't brought them up yet, but it needs to happen. Seriously. Stuff's getting old now. Just like the Bloodline stuff. We need something new coming out of the Bloodline story. It's the same old stuff we've seen too many times. It's stalling, dude. We need something new in the Bloodline. You know, don't get me wrong. Roman and Jacob are my favorites, you know, and all. But this story needs something new. We need to be seeing new things happening. Hopefully, bringing Zilla Fatu in changes that. I would hope to God it would. Because WWE has an eye on him. And we're going to go over that here in a few minutes. I'm glad I brought that up. So, the crowd booed Dominique out of the building when he said he was still the king of the luchadors. Next up, chat, we had Psycho Clown cut in and said he's going to figure out what's going on with Psycho Circus. So that story is still slow cooking, but we need a payoff soon. We really do. We don't need it to start stalling like the main roster stuff. Main event slot was the AAA World Cruiserweight Championship Triple Threat. Rey Fénix retained over Lince Dorado and Laredo Kid to retain. Like I said, this was a banger of a triple threat AAA Cruiserweight Championship match. I said it on Twitter X. This was the match of the night. No question. And y'all can follow me on Twitter X. Follow me on Twitter X at the villain IWN, where I got 63 followers now. Michinoku driver, early. Backbreaker, Samoan drop driver, dives to the outside. Northern Light suplex, moonsaults. You got your double destroyer DDT spots where Laredo pinned both guys and they both kicked out at 2. That was interesting to see. A super Rana off the top. Laredo launching Dorado off the top rope onto the announce table code. Is it me, or am I the only one seeing that Laredo and Dorado have both D and O at the end of both of their ring names? I know I'm not the only one that's seeing that. As if both words run, but they don't. Off the top rope onto the announce table code. Fenix with the knees up on the front splash. Mexican muscle buster to retain. What a banger. They really put on a fucking performance out there. Lince Dorado Kid, and Rey fucking Fénix, man. This was fucking this was great stuff. This was good stuff right here, man. Easily match highlight of the night. Love to see stuff like that. Main roster needs to be taking notes. SmackDown needs to be taking notes. I don't know about Raw. Raw's been pretty solid. As I said many times, Raw and AAA are 2 of the best consistent shows of this entire year. SmackDown is the worst show all year this year. SmackDown needs to be taking notes, man. Especially if they want a better mid-card division or a SmackDown men's division and a women's division as well. But Rey Mysterio, anyways, announced that Lola Vice will defend the NXT Women's title against Lahedra. I'm going to be mentioning that again because I'm going to be setting the record straight on the card because that's the only card that's been announced. So, and what other matches could be added to that card? It's going to be a guess. I don't know what matches could be added to the card, but I'm going to guess what those matches could be. It's like a guess thing, not an actual answer. You know. But he said they are negotiating to bring in a former WWE champion to AAA. I wonder who that could be. Can't be Styles because he has his hands on the, his Evolve role. I guess he's a producer for Evolve. I'm not sure. But I saw news on AJ Styles having his role, doing his role on the Evolve stuff. Can't be AJ Styles. Is it CM Punk? Man, you imagine if CM Punk made an AAA debut? Holy shit, man. The crowd, he'll be getting over faster than Dern, faster than Fox McCloud of the Star Fox team. For real. Love me some Star Fox, man. Star Fox is set to be on Switch 2 soon. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. If you know, you know. I got the Nintendo Switch and I got the Star Fox Nintendo 64 version and I got the 3D version too on the DSi too. Or the 3D, there are 2DS. The 2DS. I used to have the DSi and the Nintendo DS, the original. I used to have all that. I used to have all the Pokemon games too, even Pokemon Black and White too. The Unova region is my favorite. Unova region Pokemon are my favorite, man. Those are the strongest Pokemon of them all. I'm not even joking. Don't get me wrong, Kanto has some good Pokemon too, but Unova, man. And you want to talk about how fucking fantastic the graphics look on Pokemon Black and White too, man. I'm telling you. They should do a remake for the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. I don't know why they got all these other new Pokemon games for Nintendo Switch 2 and not make it for Nintendo Switch. Maybe because they moved on from that. I guess. Man, I was hoping they didn't. Holy cow. Looks like I'm going to have to save up and get a Nintendo Switch 2 and try that Pokemon Wave and Winds game. And if you are a Pokemon fan, man, we should be back to doing Pokemon Horizon watch-alongs by next week. If it's not next week, it's a week after next. Because I got to catch up with the Pokemon Horizon episodes, man. If you're a Pokemon fan, man, be sure you have on your notifications. I'm serious. I'm about to get back to doing Pokemon Horizon watch-alongs on Thursdays again. Very, very soon. Just thought I'd mention that. This is obviously a surprise to people that are subscribed to my YouTube channel that are Pokemon fans that used to play, Pokemon games. Pokemon games like Pearl, Diamond, Platinum, you know what I'm saying? Heart Gold and Silver. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. The OG Pokemon games, man. After Black and White was Black and White too. Pokemon. And you had X and Y, Moon and Sun. Then you had Sword and Shield. Then you had Scarlet and Violet. You also had Pokemon Eevee and Pikachu. You know, that game with a lot of stuff. Gonna be doing plenty more things on the channel going forward. But yeah. Lola Vice will defend the NXT Women's Championship against Lahedra next week for AAA episode 24. But I still wonder who the world this former WWE champion is that's going to be making their AAA debut. This was a major freaking tease from the get-go. Like, I'm not even joking. Wow. All I can say is I can't wait to soon find out who it is. I wouldn't be shocked if it's Santos Escobar. You know Santos Escobar can re-sign with AAA at any time, dude. He doesn't even have to sign with WWE. He could just be with AAA. Can't believe they got rid of him, man. He might be still on the roster. I'm going to have to check. But I'm pretty sure he got released. You know, I'm pretty sure he was on the list of budget cuts. So, show closer, El Grande Americano calls out Mysterio. I knew it. I knew it. That's the guy that needs to get that AAA Mega Championship off of Dominic. He says he wants the biggest prize in AAA. I knew they were setting up that match in that feud. I knew they were. I teased it. The Mega Championship. Then the lights shift. NXT's Carmen Petrovic walks out. And 4 men in hoodies surrounded the ring. Bronco Nigma from NXT. So both Petrovic and Nigma are both from NXT. Doggo from the Indies, from Lucha Underground, from all the other wrestling promotions in Mexico. Somebody that Tessa Blanchard used to date and be married to. Angel and Berto. Remember what I said this month? I said this month. Remember when I said about merging the tag divisions? Yeah. Remember when I also said that Angel and Berto would be a better fit in AAA? Bingo! They're on there now. That's Angel Garza and Humberto. 4-on-1 beatdown. Americano. They rip the hoodies off and reveal the Perros Del Mal shirts. Dogs of Evil are back in AAA after years. That's how you debut a faction right there, man. None of that dark state stuff, man. That's how you look. Undertaker just showed you right there how booking is supposed to be. Really. Everything on this show, he did a great job. Everything on this show delivered from the beginning to the end. This is fucking great stuff from AAA, man. Wow. Manny Vikingo, Wagner Jr., Vikingo, the AAA Cruiserweight Championship triple threat match. El Grande Americano's return. The return of Perros Del Mal was the best things of this entire show, man. No shit. And we're actually going to go over, and you know what? I had it in my notes, but I page. I got that. And I was just like, man, I got my audience waiting. All right, damn. I'm going to go over with y'all who are the new low on Wagner and possibly help. There you go. Can y'all hear me? My audio's probably echoing again. I hate when it does that. Let me make sure that the audio is working first before I continue talking. Okay. Okay, that confirms it. The audio is good. I checked. It was doing some skipping for a few minutes. We got a new subscriber. We're at 938 now. Keep on sharing the stream, y'all. Keep on spreading the word. We got more things to go over. AAA episode 3 was better than last week's or this week's Raw, NXT, Evolving SmackDown. Talking about this past week. Today's Sunday. Hey, and at the end of the day, I said what I said. This was a good fucking show. This is how the shows need to be on the main roster. On SmackDown. Why are we not seeing that on SmackDown? We're seeing that on Raw, but SmackDown, we're not seeing that on there. We're not even seeing that in Evolve. What is going on? I don't get it. The good parts and the bad parts coming out of AAAOnFox episode 23. Y'all already heard me going over my overall thoughts of grade, but this is different. We're going to go over the good and bad parts so y'all will understand. So that way y'all will know and I won't have to, repeat myself. The good coming out of 23 is a long list, which is why this got a low A from me. Don't forget, going over the good parts and the bad parts is different than going over my overall thoughts and grade on the episode, on the entire show. So this is not repetitive. Now, first, the Cruiserweight triple threat was everything I wanted and more. And I'm sure it was everything y'all wanted too. I'm talking about you guys in the live chat. Fenix, Dorado went 15 minutes nonstop. See, that's one of the things I didn't mention when I went over my overall thoughts of grade. This is why I tell you this is different than what I did, than what I went over. Near falls that had me yelling at my monitor. The double destroyer spot, table bump, muscle buster, finish clean in the middle. Man, I can't believe I'm saying this. Main roster is going to be embarrassed when I say it, but this is how you book a champion. WWE administration and creative. Not talking about the AAA creative and writing. Not talking about the writers in AAA or the person that books the show. Obviously, Undertaker, but I'm talking about the main roster, the administration and the writers on the main roster, that writes some books and that writes some books, Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. Anyways, Fenix at 22 days with 2 defenses already, including ousting him on SmackDown. He's making that title feel important again. You know what else? You know what other title Rey Fénix would have made important? He would have made it important if he was the United States champion right now. He would do the same thing with that title he's doing with the AAA Cruiserweight Championship. So secondly, we got the Wagner and Vikingo tag story actually advancing. Many and regular Vikingos still hate each other. Hospital visits, title steals, mass ripping, Omos demanding to outshine Galeno by beating up 3 jobbers last week. Man, them squash matches was fucking awful, dude. They were boring last week. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just speaking truth. Dude, I about fell asleep. Galeno being Wagner Jr.'s brother, that big man interference is coming. I can't wait for it. Look forward to see what's gonna happen. Hopefully it's not an automatic fail. Third, El Grande Americano's return was perfect from entrance to promo. Adult shaking every kid's hand, passion, heart, pride, speech. You got all this stuff. And you got him calling out Mysterio, like I said, when going over my overall thoughts and grade on the entire show for the Mega Championship. That's a money problem or money program. That's a money program right there. This almost can be long-term booking. If they wanted to, they can do a long-term booking story with Dominique and El Grande Americano. But Perros Del Mal is back. You got Angel, Berto, Nima, Dogga, Carmen Petrovich standing tall over Americano to close the show. Best beginning, ending of the entire show. And now, like I said, I'm going to say it again. This is the last time I'm saying it. It's how you debut the faction in 2026, ladies and gentlemen. And the fact that Rey Mysterio once again gave us, well, I wouldn't say once again, but Lola Vice versus Lahendra for the NXT Women's Championship for episode 24, which tells me that AAA wrestlers might have a chance to wrestle on the main roster going forward, maybe. I mean, if this is not evidence of that, then I don't know what else to say. And the fact that they teased the former champion negotiating to come in, that's a real hook right there. Let's go over the bad. Here we go, folks. And then we're going to go over the news on the identity review behind the new WWE trademarked named Kylee Quinn. That is something interesting that I'm sure y'all want to hear. Now, here's the bad coming out of AAA. There's not much. Of the Luchadors promo, it felt cold in AAA, not gonna lie. The crowd wanted to get to the next match. It killed a little momentum after a hot opener. Psycho Clown. Psycho Circus has been, I'm going to figure out what's going on for 3 weeks now. We need a review, man. A turn. Something, dude. This shit has to stop stalling. Omos, many side spots, got sloppy in the middle. Not gonna lie. It really did when watching it. The ref holding Wagner back while Omos just ragdolls Mini Vikingo. That was too obvious. like I said, threw him around like almost like he was trash, literally. They got to tighten that up, man. I'm still side-eyeing Carmen Petrovich being slotted straight into Perros del Mal. Wow. With Angel, Berto, Donga, Bronco, Enigma. The NXT crossover is cool. I'm not going to lie. Even though this was one of the many best things of this entire episode, I'm going to be honest with you. The fit is also weird on paper at the same time. Not shitting on it, but I'm just speaking truth. But I tell you one thing, Carmen Petrovich better get a proper AAA introduction vignette, or it's going to feel very forced, because you've seen how they booked Carmen Petrovich and wasted her like shit in the VIP lounge with PJ Vossa. See how PJ Vossa got wasted, lost to Carmen. Even though that was a good win for Carmen still. They still wasted both ladies. Carmen Petrovich should technically be in the NXT Women's roster already. There's no reason why she should be involved. NXT should be her home already. She's more than ready. More than ready, man. And I'm sure the first thing she'll go after is whoever the women's North American champion is, which happens to be Zara. But it might be somebody else. Because I can definitely see Zarya getting called up either the end of this year or next year. I hate to say this, but I don't think Zarya is going to have a long reign as NXT North American Women's Champion. We'll see, though. We'll see how it goes and how it lasts. Also, we seen Galeno come out after Omos called him last week. I thought at first when Omos sent Wagner to the ring post, I was like, where's his brother? Then all of a sudden he came out. So this was still way more good than bad. Easy A-9. Best AA on Fox since Reyes Del Reyes. Now, here we go, folks. Tune in. I know this is something y'all been waiting for. Next up, we have the news on the identity behind new WWE trademark name, Kylee Quinn. Here are my thoughts, in the good and the bad, about this. So, it's official. Kylee Quinn is Megan Walker. And this one moved fast. They filed 4 new Performance Center trademarks last week. Enter the Unknown, Kylee Quinn, Jovic, Milos Jovic. I think we already know Enter the Unknown was Jessica. She flipped her Instagram to that name weeks ago. She's been working NXT live events and dark matches under the Unknown branding. So that was locked. Now, Kylee Quinn is confirmed, like I said, as Megan. Walker changed all her social media handles to Kylee Quinn this week, or last week. It's the new week now. Kind of figure I was going to get that mixed up a little bit, but that's not a maybe, though. Chat, that's just simply her new WWE identity, period. Walker signed with WWE in late 2025 on a full NXT Performance Center deal. After competing as a track and field athlete for the University of Nebraska. Yes, I said Nebraska. That's a legit D1 speed power athlete. Vertical leap, explosiveness, the exact prototype Triple H has been scoping up for the last 2 classes. Now, the trademark filing covers the full WWE sports entertainment package, too. Wrestling inhabitations, a performances by a professional wrestler rendered live and through broadcast media, including television and radio via the internet or commercial online service provided. Wrestling news, information via a global computer network, providing information in the fields of sports, and entertainment via an online community portal, providing a website in the field of sports entertainment information. Fan club services, online newsletters, blogs, the whole 9 yards, standard WWE pillar plate. But it pretty much means they intend to actually use her. I won't believe it until I see it. Not just squat the name. Now, the good part here is Walker is a real athlete. Nebraska track speed translates directly to the ropes. Topis suicidas, springboards, the stuff you can't teach. They actually move fast for once. Trademark file. Socials flipped. NXT live event. Reaps. Already happening. No 6-month mystery PC recruit. Nonsense. Kylee Quinn is clean. Easy to chant. Easy to market. Looks good on the graphic. And the NXT Women's Division is starving fresh faces with the main roster call-ups filling the roster. If they pair her with a good agent early, she could be a Lola Vice type breakout in 12 months' time. Venta, Odanov, Wagner already working shows proves this whole class is getting pushed, not shoved, ladies and gentlemen. All right, chat. The bad thing about this news is that it's another indie experience track. So the in-ring is going to be green, very green. Expect lots of PC squash matches and botch run early. Expect the rope runs early. Be patient. I'm gonna try to, even though I'm not a fan of squash, man. I'm gonna try. But Quinn is the most overused name in wrestling history. Kylee Quinn sounds like 3 other girls on the indies right now. And that's exactly what it sounds like, believe it or not. Honestly, me personally, folks, live chat, personally, I wish they gave her something with more teeth. They're throwing a brand new name on a rookie with no TV equity. If they don't give her a real vignette package, she's going to get Who? Chance for 3 months. Jovic is still sitting out there with no face attached. So we're still waiting on the fourth name. Hopefully WWE doesn't let that one turn into another trademark. Man, that would die in the system quick. Quicker than a freaking BMW. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the signing. I like the athlete base. I like that WWE's actually using the name day one. Kylee Quinn is the next NXT identity to watch. Just don't hotshot her to TV in 90 days and kill her before she learns how to bump. Good pickup, though, nonetheless. Now, culture right. WWE. Now, who are the new Los Perros Del Mal? Why are they there? Why are they on AAA? What happened to the Duck? I asked because that closing angle on AAA was insane. And I still have questions, dude. Mainly, where is the Duck? Who are the new Perros Del Mal? We know who they are. Clearly, Angel, Berto, Nigma, Daga, and Petrovic. Angel, Humberto straight out of Luz Garza. Los Storios plus Nigma from NXT. From OTM out the mud. And Daga, who is an AAOG and legit Heroes Del Mal guy from back in the day. And Petrovic leading the whole thing down the road. 5 deep, hoodies up, shirts underneath, classic dogs of evil look. Now, this isn't the old Hajo del Piro and Guayo. Damien 666 version. This is not Mr. Iguila. This is not Iguila. This is the 2026 WWE NXT AA crossover version. I'm not mad about it. Why are they there, though? Simple answer. Grande Americano came back, and Noche de Los Grandes one match versus match. One Reyes de Reyes. Crowd went nuts. He called out Dominique, like I said. That's when they came out and made their debut, the new faction. I mean, the return faction, anyway. This is technically the fact that it was a 4-on-1 and 5-on-1 and left Americano dead in the middle to close the show tells us right there that this is a straight takeover angle. Heroes Del Mal hasn't been seen in AAA in years. Bringing that name back on Fox with WWE NXT names attached is instant heat. They're there to kill the feel-good Americano story, to give Dominic a monster heel faction to hide behind as king of the luchadors, and to set up the mega AAA championship chase for Triple Mania. AAA would be a good fit for Humberto and Angel. Question is, are they going to book them right? Are they going to use them right on TV? I believe so. Given that Undertaker's been doing a good job of the booking, AAA at least is going to book them, use them better than the main roster. Because the main roster hasn't done shit with them right now. You seen their backstage shit with Dan Housen and Zack Ryder, man. They should be doing stuff like that. They should be chasing for tag team gold. And I think that's what Undertaker is booking them and setting them up to do in AAA. Oh, you better believe Angel and Berto want those AAA tag titles. Meanwhile, Dogger wants that old Heroes credibility back. Bronco Nima is your heavy hitter. He's your muscle, you know what I'm saying? And you got Karma running points, giving them that NXT crossover heat that Rey Mysterio has been teasing with Lola Vice versus Hedra. Question is, what happened to that duck? What happened to the duck? The El Grande Americano was nowhere. It was nowhere, man. He was not carrying the duck. Where is El Grande? The other question is, did Heroes Del Mal steal him backstage before the promo? Or what if Dominique kidnapped him last week? What I mean by last week was the week before last. The duck turned heel and joined Heroes Del Mal. The question is that the fifth member were missing? Either way, I'm actually heated about this, y'all. First, he arrives with the luchador duck in the graphic. Then he walks out solo. No duck, no quack, nothing. So apparently, Heroes Del Mal has to be the ones that have the duck. I mean, that has to be the angle right there. And took El Grande hostage to lure Americano in. That's why Carmen showed up right when he called down Dom for the mega title. Episode 24 better open with a ransom video. Free El Grande, or I'm running in the YouTube chat. Wow. Overall, man, Heroes Del Mal is Angel Berto, Nima, Dogger, and Carmen. They're here to kill the Grande Americano and take over AA for Dominique and somebody. Find that damn dog, man. Please. Come on. What we doing? What are we doing, man? What the hell are we doing, bro? Let's go ahead and set the record straight on the card and full lineup for AAA episode 24 so far right now. And what matches they could add, I'm going to guess. I'm just going to guess. So, officially confirmed so far is Lola Vice versus La Hedra for the NXT Women's Championship. I mentioned that like 2 times on the stream. That was announced by Rey Mysterio on AA episode 23, straight from the ring. Title on the line, cross promotion, main event level. That's it. Everything else is open. Now, here's what I think they add, and this is just my guess. This is my guess as to what they should add. This is me guessing. First, El Grande Americano versus Dominique has to headline. Americano called out Dominique to close episode 23. He said he wants the Mega Championship, remember? He said that. So, I'd say, and the fact that Heroes Del Mal jumped Americano right after, that story writes itself. But I'd say give me Americano versus Dom with Heroes Del Mal banned from ringside, or let them interfere and set up the big 8-man for Triple Man, either in New Mexico or Las Vegas. Secondly, Rey Fénix needs a new challenger after retaining against Laredo Kid and Laredo in that B+ banger. I think, and this is me guessing, I think they should run an open challenge for the AAA World Cruiserweight Championship. Perfect shot to debut that former champion that Rey Mysterio mentioned that they're negotiating with. Imagine a surprise Intercontinental U.S. champion answering that open challenge on Fox. Question is, will the ratings pop? We'll have to see when we get to the other Saturday. Now, third, Psycho Clown finally getting his payoff. Like I said, honestly, give us Psycho Clown versus a masked Psycho Circus trader. Loser unmasks something. Blow it off. Maybe we get Wagner and Mini Vikingo versus Vikingo and Omos 2. And add Gleno on the Wagner side since Omos called him out last week for only beating up 2 jobbers, while Omos beat up 3. Big man tag, easy heat, like I said. And I would give Perros Del Mal their official faction debut match, maybe. Angel and Berto, Nigma and Dogga versus 4 AAA talents with Carmen on the outside, managing. And let the Dogs of Evil stand tall again. And build to Americano getting back up. They book Vice, Hedra, Americano, Dom, Fenix, Open Challenge with the mystery former WWE champion, Psycho Clown blow off, Wagner, Vikingo 2 with Galeno and Perros Del Mal, 8 men. That would be a loaded episode right there. That would AAA on Fox episode 24 card that clears AAA on Fox episode 23's low A minus easy. Maybe. If they want to book it, they can book it. That's fine. But these AAA episodes are actually taped shows. But that's just my guess as to what is probably going to be booked, or what else is probably going to be booked for that show. Now, one last thing I need to go over before I end the stream and get out of here. There was a title match that was added for SmackDown in London. And I got some information on the full card for SmackDown. For SmackDown Tuesday. SmackDown is airing Tuesday in London. It's airing on the UK server on, Netflix International. I will be live for that SmackDown, hopefully. Now, WWE, a video on Twitter from the head of SmackDown. He had already lost. He can do what? And now his position of SmackDown. They're confirmed the match with WWE Fraser got himself SmackDown takes place this gives this Tuesday SmackDown another major match before Night of Champions. They next week Jank the Alliance. Along with Paige, JC Jane, Rey Fénix and Razor. The show they let them fly if the booking goes well, if the creative goes well for this match. Given that this show's going to be taped, I kind of have my SmackDown is the show of this entire year. The SmackDown will take place Tuesday, like I said, in London. The show is being once again taped and will air Friday on USA and the United States and on Netflix International. Like I said, on the UK server. So you use Netflix one too. That's the UK server, and down should pop up. I just gotta get that money up so I can resubscribe. Restart my membership on Netflix. That way I can get back to the watch-alongs, because today is my night off. I know, but I don't have to anymore because I'm about to get back to doing Pokemon Horizon watch-alongs. I gotta catch up those episodes. I watched Ultraman Blazer yesterday too before all this stuff. I done seen all the other Ultraman movies and episodes and stuff. Like Ultraman. Ultraman X, Mebius, Nexus, all of them. If you're an Ultraman fan like me, man, give me a holla. Comment a hand emoji, man. I know what it's like to be that. I love me some Ultraman as well. I got you guys. Will Ray pull off the upset, or will Fenix retain? Let me know in the comments when the stream gets processed. That is, folks. That's all I have. I appreciate y'all for being here, and I appreciate y'all waiting on me. They say sometimes patience is key. So I appreciate y'all for really sticking with me and waiting. It really took me a while this time because the phone was being stupid, doing stuff. I was trying to get my notes in and everything. It's great to be back to 938 subs. That's great to see. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up. Once again, just want to remind y'all, subscribe to the channel if you're new, share the stream, spread the word. Let everybody know that I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours for the YouTube partnership thing. And let everybody know that they can go check out all of my wrestling watch-alongs. We went live with Raw last week. We went live for NXT last week. Evolve, SmackDown, and AAA. Went over everything. Went over some news. A whole bunch of stuff. Make sure you share all those streams, man. Hit thumbs up on all of them. Thank y'all so much for being here, man. and let me know your thoughts on my watch along. Let me know whether I did good or bad. Be honest. I'm not gonna find anybody. I promise. I'm not gonna get mad. Anyway, folks, I will enjoy my Sunday night off, and I will see y'all back live for Monday Night Raw. I should. I will keep y'all up to date. The schedule will be posted when it gets posted. I will keep you up to date. See y'all Monday, possibly for Raw, maybe. Right now, the card looks fucking bad. And those tag matches do not give us a reason to care. Those tag matches for Raw. I'm talking about Paige and Brie Bella defending the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships against Lyra and Bayley, and the Street Profits versus Divisions, Braun Breaker and Austin Theory. And I think Logan Paul is wrestling though on Monday Night Raw. So I think it's actually Austin Theory and Logan Paul versus Street Profits. But enjoy y'all Sunday. See y'all later. Don't forget, I will be on YouTube, and I will definitely be on the Twitter X, especially when it comes to new news articles and everything coming out. So if I see any important news for Sunday, I will mention it and go over all of that and go over my thoughts on all that Monday when I'm live for Raw. So, all right, y'all. Peace. I'm out of here. Take care.